Alright, hello everybody. Welcome back. I know it's been a while. I am trying a new thing out. I'm not going to do live just because it just eats my computer alive. So this will be pre-recorded. I'm still going to do it as if I'm live because I don't want to edit things. Too lazy for that. So, welcome back. It's not Tuesday. It's not Thursday. It's Saturday. Perfect timing for a Marvel Champions custom content video. So, by request, I was asked to run some Human Torch by Design Hacker, and that's what we're going to do. So, as always with Custom Hero, we're going to start by going through his kit, and then we'll take him against two villains today, Prowler and Fang, Foom, which are both custom villains as well, both by Nugget. So let's go ahead and start by looking at the Human Torch himself. Johnny Storm is Johnny. So he's got a hand size of 6, 10 hit points, only 2 recovery, which is weak. He's a civilian. Oh, that's cool. Actually, I didn't notice that. There's some new civilian cards, so that's pretty cool. And his ability is called Ignition, Action, Exhaust Johnny Storm. Search the top 4 cards of your deck for a fire card and add it to your hand. If no cards were added to your hand this way, ready Johnny Storm. Limit once per round. Okay, and we'll get into those fire cards here in a second, but let's look at Human Torch on his hero side. He has Aerial, he's got Fantastic Four, and he himself has Fire. Only hand size of 5 on this side, 2 Thwart, 2 Attack, 2 Defense, and his ability is Flame On, Interrupt. When you place a flame counter on an enemy, which we'll get to in a little bit, deal 1 damage to that enemy. An enemy cannot have more than 3 flame counters on them. Okay, so that's the Human Torch identity card. Now we're going to start with his signature ally, the Thing. 4 cost, a little expensive. 1 Thwart, 3 attack, 2 consequential when he attacks, but he's got 5 hit points. Fantastic Four and Stone are his traits. He has toughness, so he comes in with a tough, which is nice. And he has a response after the Thing defends, ready him, limit once per phase. So he can come out, get a tough, exhaust to defend, use the tough, ready, defend again if you need it, which is nice. And he's got 5 health, so usually he'll be able to stay in for at least 2-3 defenses with that tough. Alright, so we've got 3 copies of Radiate. This has a cost of X. Traits are Attack, Fire, and Superpower. So, as you'll notice, a lot of his cards have the Fire trait, which is going to proc that Alter Ego ability. There's also an Attack and a Superpower. So it says, choose 1, Hero Action Attack. Place 2 flame counters on X enemies. And if you remember from the Human Torch card, whenever you place a flame counter on an enemy, they take 1 damage. And each enemy can have a maximum of 3 fire counters. So that's one option. So you could just pay 1 and put 2 flame counters on the enemy, do 2 damage. Or, just as an action, so not hero action, it's not an attack, remove all flame counters from X enemies. Change your form. Then heal 1 damage for each flame counter removed this way to a maximum of 5. So this kind of makes up for that weak recovery because he does have 3 copies of this. So there's only a few ways that flame counters get removed, and this is one of them to help him heal. Alright, his next event is a 2-cost event called Flyby. This is an Aerial, Fire, Thwart event. Hero Action Thwart. Remove 2 threat from a scheme, then remove 1 threat from a scheme for each flame counter on the villain. Alright, and that will be a maximum of 3 additional because each enemy can only have 3 flame counters max. We've got a 3-cost... I don't know if I said there are 2 copies of that Flyby. There are 2 copies of this 3-cost Blazing Days event. This is an Attack, Fire, Superpower card. Hero Action Attack, deal 4 damage to an enemy. Then if they have 3 flame counters on them, remove all of those counters and stun that enemy. So this is the second way we can remove those counters. Remove 3 for a stun. In our last event, there are 2 copies of this as well. 4-cost Nova Flame, Attack, Fire, Superpower. Hero Action Attack, Exhaust Human Torch. deal 6 damage to an enemy, then place up to 3 flame counters on that enemy. So if they had no flame counters, remember every time you place one, you do a damage. So really, you could exhaust and deal 9 if they had no flame counters on them. It is a little pricey. Well, actually, we'll talk about that in a second. All right, so let's go into his upgrades. 0 cost internal combustion, a fire superpower upgrade, hero action. Remove 3 flame counters from an enemy and discard this card, draw 3 cards. So this is another way that we can remove those flame counters. And this one's nice because you can just put it into play, wait for those 3 counters to come out, and then pitch it, draw 3. We have 1 copy of the 2 cost unstable uniform, armor tech, Human Torch gets +1 defense, and a hero response. After you take damage from an attack, place a flame counter on the attacker. Great early card. We have 2 copies of the 2 cost upgrade Spark. This is a fire superpower card. Hero resource, exhaust Spark, and generate a energy resource for a fire card. And it also has a hero action, exhaust Spark, and place a flame counter on an enemy. This is great because most of his cards are fire cards, so this brings this whole kit, and it makes it a lot cheaper, especially with 2 of these out. Or if you don't have a fire card to play, you can always exhaust it and place a flame counter, deal damage. And our last card is our 2 cost support, Johnny's Workshop. It is a location. It has a response. After you change to Johnny Storm, draw a card. So if you flip down to Alter Ego, draw a card. And response, after you change to Human Torch, ready a fire card. So this is a cool one because there are more than 1 fire cards that could be ready. And Human Torch himself is a fire card, so you can really ready your hero. But so I've played a few games, and what I've noticed is his kit is pretty expensive. It's almost like a lot of superpower and a lot of fire cards. So I'm running Def Focus, and I'm running Team Training. I've struggled a little bit getting some wins with him, so we're going to play Standard today. And I am playing with a Leadership deck. And I wanted to try and build kind of an aerial leadership deck. It's not super heavy aerial, but there are a few aerial characters in there, and I'm running 3 copies of the Air Supremacy card. This is a great card, especially with this deck, because it's an aerial tactic, so it's not even an attack. It just costs 2. Choose up to X enemies, where X is equal to the number of aerial characters you control. So if I've got like 2 aerial allies, it's 3. And I can do 3 damage to each chosen enemy. So I could choose 3 enemies, deal 3 damage to each. It's not an attack, so it can ignore guard. It doesn't get retaliate. I don't have to exhaust those allies. Seems like a good card. So that's what that's really the combo that I am trying to run here. So let me get this shuffled up, and we will take a look at Prowler before we get going. So Johnny Storm, Human Torch, is part of the Fantastic Four team. The creator, design hacker, made all 4 characters. So the Thing, Johnny Storm, Mr. Fantastic, and Invisible Woman. So far, I've kind of struggled to get them to work in true solo very well, but they're excellent in multiplayer. I played through his Fantastic Four campaign with Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman, and they just really thrive as a team and work off each other very well. But they do all have very high-cost cards, so it's hard to get it going in true solo, but we are going to try today. All right, let's take a look at Prowler. Prowler. All right, he's got 1 scheme, 2 attack. He's a criminal mercenary. He's got 13 hit points, and he has a forced interrupt. When the villain phase ends, we are going to discard each invention attachment attached to Prowler, and then we reveal the top card of the invention deck. What's the invention deck? I'm glad you asked. So, during setup, he's going to start with a 6-card deck of they're all invention attachments. And this is a separate deck. Kind of think like the invocation deck for Doctor Strange. This is its own deck, and it will go to the cards from that will go to its own discard pile and reshuffle and so on and so forth. And so every round he's going to be getting some cards from this as attachments. At the end of the round, via that force interrupt, it will discard each invention attachment and then get a new one. So let's look at his main scheme. breaking and entering. We are playing standard, and we are playing with the recommended modular, which is Helping Hands. That's a custom modular, and I believe that one's by Kennedy Hawk. Or maybe they did it together. I'm not exactly sure. But so this setup, it says create the invention deck, which I've done. I've shuffled those 6 cards together and set it next to the encounter deck. Well, I'm kind of following that instruction, but it's just got to be separate. And then we reveal the top card of the invention deck and advance to stage 1B. So let's reveal the top card. We've got the Iron Spider Suit. So this is an invention, armor, and tech. It gives him +1 attack, and it says attached to Prowler, forced interrupt. When Prowler would take any amount of damage from an attack, prevent 1 of that damage. So basically he's breaking in and stealing some tech. Let's look at 1B here. Breaking and entering. Prowler is breaking into Osborn's laboratory to steal tech for a mystery person. Ooh. Alright. So this has a threshold of 5. It starts with 0, goes up by 1 per round, and I think with that, we are ready to begin. So I'm going to draw my opening hand of 6. 4, 5, 6. Ooh, I did not like this hand. Not at all. I think I might just hard mulligan. I got both those Nova Flames, which are 4-cost attacks. Although, I could just, right out the bat, get 3 counters on them. No, but I think I need to get my economy going. I got a Squirrel Go team training, I don't mind. I'm not. Yeah, let's just hard mulligan there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I like this better. So let's go ahead and we will use Ignition, and I will try and remember to put these back up as I'm using them. Action, I'm going to exhaust Johnny Storm and search the top 4 cards of my deck for a fire card and add it to my hand. And basically, if I don't hit any cards, then I get to re-ready Johnny Storm. So let's look at the top 4. Perfect. I got a Spark, which is exactly what I was looking for, a resource card. So that's going to help me get my economy going here. Alright. I'm going to flip up. I'm going to spend both of my Blazing Days for a Maria Hill, and that will let me draw a card. I will spend 2... two cards for a Spark. And then I think I will use the Spark, the hero. Let's look at, I think I may have just put that up, but I'm looking at it again. So I'm going to use the top part, the hero resource. I will exhaust it to generate a energy resource for a fire card. And the fire card I'm going to play is Radiate. That costs X. I'm going to pay 1 for it, and I'm going to use the top action. This is an attack, so I'm going to place 2 flame counters on X enemies. So 1 enemy. So I'm going to use these. I think these are new tokens for me, so I can't remember if I've used these before in a video, but hopefully these are a little bit more readable. I want to find a health dial where like the numbers are huge, because this is a big dial with very small numbers, and it's hard to see on the camera, but it's at 13 right now. So this is actually, I'm already having problems with the rules, guys. I'm already having problems. So this is an attack, which lets me place 2 flame counters on X enemies. Now, I've put the 2 counters, and this says Flame On, Interrupt. When I place a flame counter on an enemy, I deal 1 damage to that enemy. Now, I believe that's not considered like part of the attack, because the reason why it matters, because this Iron Spider Suit says when he would take any amount of damage from an attack, prevent 1 of that damage. Now, I think the damage is coming from the flame counters and not from the attack. So I am going to say he takes the 2 damage, and hopefully that's okay. So that's going to be it. Let's move over a little bit. I'm not going to use Maria Hill, because if I attack him for 1, he would take 1 less, so 0, and there's no threat. So I'm just going to leave her out to do a little thwarting next turn, maybe. Drawn up to my hand size of 5. Oof, expensive hand. Yikes. Okay. Let's one on the main scheme. Now he is going to attack, and he's attacking for 3. I'm going to just take it here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to take all 5 of it, down to 5. And our encounter card is Avoiding Confrontation. Threat cannot be removed from this scheme by thwarting. Force Interrupt. When Prowler would take any amount of damage, prevent all of that damage, and remove threat from this scheme equal to the amount of damage prevented this way. Okay? And this comes in with 2 threat per player. This does have a crisis, so we can't thwart the main scheme until that's gone. That does end the villain phase, which is going to trigger the Forced Interrupt on Prowler, which says, when the villain phase ends, discard each invention attachment. So we will discard down here to a discard. And then we reveal the top card of the invention deck. And now we have the Wingsuit, an invention tech attachment. It gives him a star attack, which says, forced response after Prowler attacks you, take 1 indirect damage for each character you control. A little bit of ally hate. Alright. Okay, so now it's back to us. I have a very expensive hand and no way to play it. I do have a Death Focus, which I like. I could either... I think the first thing I want to do is just attack Prowler for 2 with Human Torch. Now this is going to be prevented via the Avoiding Confrontation, but because I'm doing 2, it will prevent the 2 and remove 2 from this instead. So that's nice, that's gone. I think I'm going to use Spark. I'm going to use the bottom action on it now. Well, yeah. So I'm going to exhaust it and place a flame counter on an enemy. So let's place the 3rd and final flame counter that we can onto Prowler, and he will take 1 damage when that happens. I think what I'm going to do... I have a couple options here. I do want to get my Death... If I put my Death Focus out, I get nothing else on my turn. But... Or I could put the thing out. I think I put... Oof. I think I'll put... Yeah... This is tough. You know what? Let's put the thing out. I'm going to spend all 4 of my cards. I didn't really want to get rid of my Death Focus, but I wanted to play a card. So he's going to come in with Tough. And after he defends, I ready him. So let's put him in. He's got Tough. I am going to use Maria to thwart. And I think I'm going to flip down. I don't want him to attack me because after he attacks me, I will take 1, 2, 3 indirect damage because I control 3 characters. So I think that's it. He might get to the next stage, but we will see. I'm going to draw 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Here we go. Villain stage 1 on the main scheme. He's going to scheme for a base of 1 plus 1, and it says boost. This card gets plus... Let's put this up here. So this is a star and 1 boost, and the star is this card gets plus 1 boost icon if Prowler has sustained 6 or more damage. He has not. He's sustained 3. So this is really just a 1 boost. So he schemed for 2. Moment of Truth. Don't be in advance. Alright, here's our first modular card. Dr. Octopussycat from, I guess, Universe 25. I think that's what that means. A 1 scheme, a 1 attack, 4 health, Octo Army, Elite. He's got a Forced Interrupt. When Dr. Octopussycat would be defeated, we discard the top card of the encounter deck. If that card has more than 2 boost icons, we heal all damage from him instead. So it's kind of like a little mini Loki. Can I do this and fit him in there? Yeah. Okay. So he takes 4 damage, but he might heal. Luckily, we're not playing Expert, where there's another 3 boost. Basically, it just can't be a 3 boost when we kill him. And that does end the villain phase, so we are going to discard the attachment and reveal the next attachment, which is a Getaway Jacket. Invention Armor Tech. Attached to Prowler. Forced Interrupt. When a character attacks Prowler, we deal 2 damage to that character once per round per player. Okay. So if we attack him, we're going to take 2 damage ourselves, which is not good. Now I think I need to heal. I only get to heal for 2, which is brutal. But I gotta do it. I'm gonna heal for 2. I'm going to flip up. I'm gonna play Internal Combustion. This is an upgrade, so I can just set it down. As a hero action, I can remove 3 flame counters from an enemy and discard this card to draw 3. So I'm gonna play that for free, and then look at that. Prowler's got 3 flame counters, so I will discard this. Discard 3 flame counters, draw 3 cards. Alright. I think now... Ooh. Yeah, I probably should have done that before I flipped up. That's okay. I'm going to play the Power of Leadership and an Air Supremacy to play Adam Warlock. Then I'm going to spend an Inspired to play an Endurance, go up by 3 health. And then I think I'm going to use... I don't really want to attack Prowler, because I will take 2 damage back. What I think I will do, though, is... Let's see. If I do that, choose only above. Okay. I'm going to use the Spark to generate a energy resource for a fire card. Oh, but I don't want to keep that. Okay, I think what I'm going to do... Oh, it hurts. I think I'm just going to spend 2 for Johnny's Workshop. Get that into play. So after I change the Alter Ego, I get to draw a card, and after I change to Hero, I can ready any fire card that I have. So that's coming into play. I'm going to use the Hero action on Spark to just place a flame counter on an enemy. I think I will place it onto Prowler. This is not an attack, but he does take a damage. He's down to 9. I'm going to thwart with Adam for 1. And I think that's it. I'm going to leave Maria in case I need to chump, but actually, you know what? No, we will thwart for 2 with Maria. And let her go. Gotta let her go. Alright, let's ready up. Do I have a little bit more room? Yeah. Okay. Ready up. Drawn 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We will place 1 on the main scheme. He's going to attack us for a base of 2. I am going to defend with the Thing. And our boost card is a 1, so a total of 3, which will knock off the Tough and trigger the response on the Thing. After the Thing defends, ready him, limit once per phase. And then I'm going to defend again against Dr. Octopussycat. He will take 1 damage there. And now we get to our encounter card, which is a Tech Malfunction. Which says, when revealed, discard each invention attachment. Oh, whoops, I saved a card from last turn, but I forgot to pick it back up, so I'm just going to discard it. Discard each invention attachment attached to Prowler. Okay, so we discarded 1. And it says, deal 2 damage to the Prowler for each attachment discarded this way. So he's down to 7. And then assign 2 damage among identities and allies for each attachment discarded this way to a maximum of 6. So basically, the tech exploded. He takes some damage. I also take that 2 damage, but I can spread mine out how I'd like. And I will just take both of it. And then it says if no attachments were discarded this way, this card gains surge, but there was one. Now we get to the forced response. We would discard any tech attachments and we would draw a new one. We have the Prowler Glider invention. Oh, I might have to pause here in a second. Some doggos are out. Let's see if my dog wakes up. Don't do it, Bubba. It's gonna happen. Let me make sure I got this working. Perfect timing. They started barking right after I switched. So let's see if they can be quiet. But we will see. Let's keep moving. So we got the Prowler glider, Invention Tech. It's a vehicle attached to Prowler, and he has the attack star. Forced to interrupt when Prowler attacks. Give him 1 additional boost card for this activation. Okay. Cool. And now it's back to us. So I got some good cards here. I think I'm just going to spend some time on my resources here. I think it's the call. So I'm going to spend 2 cards on my unstable uniform, which gives me +1 defense. And after I take damage from an attack, I place a flame counter on the attacker. And then I'm going to use Spark to generate an energy resource for a fire card, plus 1 more card to play my second Spark. So I got 2 Sparks. I will use this second Spark as a hero action to place a flame counter on an enemy. We'll hit Prowler with it. He takes 1 damage. And now I need to decide if I want to... I might just... No, I don't want to flip down. Let's go ahead and hit Dr. Octopussycat for 2. Actually, you know what? Instead of putting that flame counter on him, let's give him that health back. We'll put the flame counter on Dr. Octopussycat, so he takes 1. Whoops. And then I'm going to try and finish him off here with Adam Warlock. So he's got max health, and he will trigger his Force Interrupt when he would be defeated. We discard the top card of the encounter deck. It is just a 1 boost, which means Dr. Octopussycat is no more. Rip you. And now I will... Ready. I kind of wanted to keep Adam Warlock alive because he is an aerial ally. 2, 3, 4, 5. I might just let him chump though here. Or maybe I'll let the thing chump. Alright, well, let's start. So 2. Now I need to decide. Maybe I'll just take it. Maybe I'll just take a big attack and then flip down. That doesn't seem like a good idea. Alright, the thing. Thank you for your service. No. Adam Warlock's taking it. So probably gets an extra boost. The first boost is a 1, and it's got the if he sustains 6 or more damage, which he has now. So it gets, this is really a 2. Plus another 2. So a total of 6. Thank you, Adam. And our encounter card is Dr. Octopus from 616. 2 scheme, 2 attack, Octo Army Elite, 5 health, forced response. After this minion enters play, deal the engaged player a face down encounter card. So essentially he just surges because I'm in the encounter phase here. So I get another card. New toys. Attached to Prowler. When you reveal new toys, exhaust your hero, discard this card. So we can get rid of it right away with an exhaust. But if we don't, that has a forced response. After the villain phase ends, reveal the top card of the invention deck, discard new toys. So basically this will give him a second invention card next turn if I don't exhaust. That's okay, I won't exhaust. I think I want to... Yeah, I'm going to stay. I'll leave it. So the villain turn ends, so we will discard this, and he's now going to get 2 cards. So we've got the Air Gauntlet, Invention Tech. After Prowler attacks and damages a character, stun that character. And then we've also got, because now we will trigger the force response on new toys, reveal the top cards. We get the other one, Camouflage Tech. Prowler cannot be attacked. He gets +1 scheme. As a hero action, we could spend a mental resource until the end of the active player's turn. Treat this card's printed text box as if it were blank. So he went invisible, and that does trigger the force response on new toys. So we would reveal additional, and then we discard this. And now, since the invention deck is empty, we immediately shuffle it to create a new one. Because it says, when there are no more cards in the invention deck to reveal cards from, which is true, we shuffle this. Okay. Now it is back to me. I like this. Yeah, let's go ahead and play a Radiate. And I'm going to use both of my sparks for that. So that's 2 resources. And it says, hero action. Oh, actually, you know what? Prowler cannot be attacked. So I need to spend a mental resource to get rid of that. Yeah. Yeesh. Maybe this is not the play then. Let's see. What else can I do here? If I play that for that. Okay, yeah, let's just do it once. And we will put the 2 onto Dr. Octopus. He takes 2 damage. Then I'm going to use the other spark in Falcon to play Flyby. And this is a thwart, remove 2 threat from a scheme, then remove 1 threat from a scheme for each flame counter on the villain. So I'm really just going to thwart this down to 0. I could have thwarted for 3, but there was only 2. And then the last thing I'm going to do is play Ready for Action. Give an ally I control a tough status card. The thing is going to take a tough. I'm going to attack. Or do I just... Yeah, I'm going to attack Dr. Octopus. And that is it. I'm probably going to get... Okay, let's see. 1, 2. I get an extra encounter. Fortunately, I wanted to flip down that turn, but the +1 scheme he got. And I wasn't able to kill I would have killed Dr. Octopus with the thing if he didn't have the +1 scheme. But since he has a +1 scheme, there's no point in me flipping down. I'll flip down next turn. Well, we'll see how this extra encounter card goes. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we are going to start with 1 on the main scheme. Let me see what's going on with my computer. Man, it just cannot handle anything. That's okay. Alright, little hiccup. 1 on the main scheme. He's going to attack. We are going to defend with the thing. He attacks for 2 + 1. Which is going to remove the tough, and that does not trigger the air gauntlet because it says after he attacks and damages a character, stun that character. Then we will ready the thing. And now I think I want to take the attack from Dr. Octopus. Yeah, so I'm going to take the 2, which will trigger my unstable uniform, which is after I take damage from an attack, place a flame counter on the attacker. So that's lets me place a flame counter onto Dr. Octopus, which does 1 damage, which is going to be enough to just kill him. May have to pause here again. Sandy, come on, Bubba. Jesus. Okay, and now we get our 2 encounter cards. Our first encounter card is Increased Production. When revealed, place an additional 1 per player threat here. Starts with 3, so with us it will be 4. And Forced Response, after the villain phase ends, reveal the top card of the invention deck. So this is just going to get on a second tech each turn. Comes on with 4. And our second encounter card is a tech malfunction. Here we go. So we discard each invention attachment. So that's going to be 2 cards. We deal 2 to him for each card discarded that way. So he's going to take 4 damage. And then we take 4 damage. I'm going to take 1, and I'm going to give 3 to the thing. So he's 1 away, so we'll have him jump up next turn. Alright, now the villain phase ends, so we would discard any tech. Actually, a new one's going to come out. A new one comes out. We've got the Getaway Jacket. I'm not going to put them up anymore. I'll just say what they do, because we've seen them all. This is when a character attacks Prowler, deal 2 damage to that character. This also triggers the increased production, and he gets a second one, which gives him the additional boost when he attacks. Okay. Back to me. I'm going to use a spark to place a counter on Prowler. He takes a damage. I will use the other spark to do that again. So he is now at 3. I'm going to play an internal combustion. Then I will trigger internal combustion to remove 3 flame counters, draw 3 cards. Okay. I'm going to play the Triskelion and Nova Flame and a blue for team building exercise. Then I will team building exercise to play a card from my hand that shares a trait. I'm going to play Adam Warlock because he has Aerial. So he only cost me 2. But I'm going to use Adam Warlock. So I want to find one that can remove threat. So I need to keep it physical, which I don't have. Oh man, that stinks. I guess I could heal. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to pay these 2 for Adam. Then I'm going to use Adam to thwart for 1. Yeah. And then it says after what Adam Warlock attacks or thwarts, he needs some damage. Discard 1 card at random from my hand. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Alright. It's got an energy resource. And since it's printed energy resource, I get to heal 3 from an identity. So Human Torch is back up to 8. And then I'm going to thwart for 2. Get that down to 1. And that is it. I said I was going to flip down, but because of that, I am not. I guess I still could. Yeah, maybe Adam thwarts from there instead. So there's still 2 on there, and then I think I flip. And when I flip, he should be exhausted. He's exhausted. I get to draw a card. I'm going to keep Maria. Let's ready up. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6. Alright, let's start with the main scheme. 1. He's going to scheme for 1 plus 1. He's at 3. And our counter card is New Toys. I cannot do the hero interrupt, so this is just going to go on to him. The villain phase ends, so we're going to discard both of these. And we are going to, now because he's got New Toys and increased production, he's going to get 3 inventions. So we've got the Iron Spider suit, which after he takes any amount of damage, or when he takes any amount of damage, we prevent 1. And that's from an attack. We've also got the Wing suit. After he attacks me, I take an indirect damage for each character I control. Then we'll discard New Toys, and we shuffle the invention deck. And he gets the Prowler Glider again. So when he attacks, he gets 1 additional boost card. Alright, he's freaking boosted. He's boosted. Okay, I think what we're going to do is exhaust Johnny. Look at the top 4 for a fire card. We've got Radiate, so we'll shuffle. Shuffle. Then we're going to ready. When we ready, we'll trigger Johnny's Workshop, which says after I change to Human Torch, ready a fire card. Human Torch himself is a fire card, so I will ready him. I wish there was a way to get Tough, because he gonna do a big ol' smack. But I guess the Thing can take it. Let's start with a Command Team and a Squirrel Girl from Maria Hill. Draw a card. Oh man, it's the Captain. Ooh. I like Captain Marvel, but I mean, I could get a stun out of it. It'd be my whole turn. Is that worth it? Because I'm going to thwart for 2 with Maria. I guess it's... Oh man, that's tough. No, I don't think it's worth it. Because I want to do the Radiate. Yeah, let's do Radiate. I will use a Spark for Radiate. Hero attack plays 2 flame counters. And that is going to knock them to 0. So we're on to Prowler 2. who is a 2/2 instead of a 1/2. He's got 15 health. We'll reset that. And this says, when revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for contract killing side scheme. Oops. Contract killing. Let's take a look at that. It says, when revealed, place an additional threat here. Force interrupt when the villain phase begins. Each hero takes 1 damage instead, or 2 damage instead of Prowler's rifle is in play. And that makes us draw an extra as a hazard. So we need to get rid of that. Got a lot of threat out right now. But I think what we're going to do here is a flyby. So I'm going to use my other spark to place a 3rd flame counter, knock them down to 14. And then we're going to use team building to play a fire card. Team building and downtime to play flyby. So it says remove 2 threat from a scheme. Let's remove 2 from increased production. And then it says then remove 1 threat from a scheme for each flame counter on the villain. There are 3 counters on the villain. So we will remove all 3 from contract killing. Alright. We're going to thwart for 2 with Maria. I think I want to hold on to Captain Marvel and Air Supremacy. But if I do that, there's not much I can do right here. I mean, whatever, yeah, let's just go for it. So, Adam Warlock will thwart for 1, so we discard a random card. I don't really want to lose Captain Marvel, but I did. It is an energy though, so I do get to heal 3. I'm up to 11. My max is 13 with the endurance. Okay, well, not the perfect play, but I'll take it. We did get to clear the board a bit. I'm going to keep Air Supremacy. Am I? No, I'm not. I'm not going to keep it. Good thing I talked about landing that combo a bunch. I'll probably do it 0 times this whole game. Alright, here we go. Villain phase 1 on the main scheme. He is going to attack. The thing is going to defend. So he has +1 attack. After he attacks me, I'm going to take a bunch of damage. I'm going to take, well, he'll die, so I'm going to have 3 characters, so I'm going to take 3 indirect damage. And he gets an additional boost. Alright, so he's attacking for 2, 3. We've got an Iron Spider bot, which boosts, puts it into play, engaged with me. And we've also got another one. So he really only attacked for 3. Thing dies. And then, after he attacks me, I take indirect damage equal to the number of characters I have. I have 3. I'm just going to take all 3. That was his attack. Both of the spiders attack. I'm going to take both of them. Both of those trigger my unstable uniform and place a fire counter on each. And these, when they normally come in, I guess let's take a look at them. There are 1/1, 2 health robots. Normally they surge if you get them as encounter cards, and when you defeat them, you have to reveal the top card of the invention deck. Now the villain. Now I get an encounter card, and we've got my obligation. Give to the Johnny Storm player. Flip to alt. I must flip to alter ego for him, and remove all flame counters from enemies in play. Ouch. I removed 5. If 4 or more were removed this way, remove this from the game. Okay, well at least I get my obligation out of the way. Okay, end of the villain phase. These will all get discarded. And we get our next one, which is Air Gauntlets. After Prowler attacks and damages a character, stun that character. Okay, and also technically, because I changed to Johnny Storm, I did get to draw a card from the workshop. So let's go ahead and I think I need to heal. Do I heal? Yeah, let's heal. I'm just going to go up to 8. Flip up, which will let me ready. I'm going to play Radiate. And I'm going to use 3 cards. Spark, and a Flyby. So I'm going to be able to put 2 flame counters on 3 enemies. So I'm going to put 2 onto Prowler. He takes 2. I'm not going to do the damage here. 2 onto both of these Iron Spider bots, and they will both die. And when they both die, they each get a new invention. So we've got the Getaway Jacket, which is when a character attacks Prowler, deal 2 damage to that character, and the Camouflage Tech, which gives him +1 Thwart, and he cannot be attacked. Okay, we're going to shuffle the invention deck. Okay, and then I think I'm going to... Ooh. He can't be attacked. Yeah, I'm going to make the call for Captain Marvel here. So I've got Power of Leadership, Yondu, and Rapid Response. 1, 2... Oh, that's only 4. No. No. Oh, man. Alright, let's play Yondu. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. For Yondu. Not really what I wanted to do, but that's okay. I can't really attack him. So I think I'm just going to thwart for 2 with Johnny. Or with Human. With Human. And then I'm going to ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1 on the main scheme. He's going to attack me. Maria's going to block. And he attacks for 2 plus 0. And if she were still alive, she would become stunned by the air gauntlets. And now we get our encounter card, which is a Caught Off Guard. I'll lose the team building exercise. Is that the right play? Yeah. Sure. Yeah. And now the villain phase ends. So these all get discarded. And we get Iron Spider Suit. So he takes 1 less damage from all attacks. Okay. Let's go ahead and Spark and put a 3rd counter onto Prowler. So he will take 1 damage down to 11. And then I'm going to play a Blazing Days, baby. So I'm going to Spark for that resource. I'm going to play a Team Training and then Inspired for a Blaze and Days. Oh, let me close this. This says attack, deal 4 damage to an enemy. So I will deal 4, but he takes 1 less, so he'll take 3. Down to 8. And it says, then if they have 3 flame counters on them, which he does, remove them all and stun him. So these are gone. And he is stunned. Okay. Now, I'm going to... I'm just going to play a Ready for Action and give an ally I control Tough. Adam Warlock's going to take the Tough. Human Torch will just hit him for 2, but he takes 1 less, so hit him for 1. And I think that's it. I don't think I'm going to thwart with Yondu. Drawn 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1 on the main scheme. He attacks, but he is stunned. And our encounter card is an Iron Spider bot, which surges into an Octo Advance. When revealed villain schemes, if an Octo Army card is in play, you are confused. Luckily, there are no Octo Army cards in play, but he does scheme for 2 plus 1. Dang it, that's 5. I should have schemed, or I should have thwarted. So this does advance. And we're on to the Lab Escape. When revealed, reveal the top card of the invention deck. Prowler Glider. And then we advance to 2B. This has a threshold of 10. Starts with 1, goes up by 1. Forced interrupt. When a character attacks, Prowler, place a threat here. And if this stage is completed, Prowler is escaped with the tech, and the players lose the game. So it starts with 1. Alright, now the villain phase ends. These will discard. We get our next one, which is the Wingsuit. After Prowler attacks you, take 1 indirect damage for each character you control. That's okay, because I think we are going to get the dub right here. Okay. Let's go all out with our Nova Flame. Right? Yes. I am going to play a Band Together, which counts as 2 because I have 2 allies. And then I'm going to play a Spark and a Spark to play our Nova Flame, which says I have to exhaust Human Torch, and then I deal 6 damage to enemies down to 1. And then I place up to 3 flame counters on that enemy. I will place all 3. He takes 1 for each, and he is D-E-D, dead. Alright. GG's. Got him. So, once his economy is built up, he can pop off a little bit. The tough part is getting to that point, because it does take quite a few turns. It feels really good in Standard, though. I feel like, we weren't in too much danger of losing, but maybe I should have done Expert. But maybe next time. Let's pull out our Standard card so we can move over to Fang. Foom. Maybe this time I will play an Air Supremacy. We'll find out. Alright, these are good. That's good. Invention deck. Alright. I really like Prowler. I feel like he's very simple. Oh no, I messed this up. No, I didn't. He's very simple, but he's always changing because those attachments are always changing, and it just adds just a little bit, just enough to where it's not a ton of new rules overhead, but it makes you change what you're doing every turn, and I like that. Alright, let's move over to Fang Foom. It's been a minute since I've played him, so I might struggle a little bit with some rules, but let's check them out here. So we've got the neck. There he is. We've got the legs. We've got the torso. And the head. Okay. Got the main scheme. Let's go ahead and shuffle my obligation in and standard in. Okay, so let's take a look at City Rampage. Man, these notifications go away. City Rampage. So I am playing on, I need to make sure I'm playing on version A. I am. And I am playing with the standard encounter set, and the modular that's recommended is Collateral Damage. That is a custom modular. I believe that's also by Nugget, as is the villain himself. We're going to advance to 1B. City Rampage. Forced Response. It's got Threshold of 11. Forced Response. After step 1 of the villain phase, we heal 1 damage from each Foom card. And all 4 of these villain cards are Foom cards. So they're each going to heal damage. And it says, we place 1 threat here for each point of damage not healed from a Foom card in this way. So really this can go up by 5 each turn if I'm not dealing some damage. This starts by going up by 1 per player. I guess since I can move him over here. Big boy. Big boy's in the house. Let's start with 0 on here, and then we will look at the Fang Foom cards. I think I've played him before on this, but we will go ahead and look at the man, or the creature himself, the monster himself, Fang Foom. 1 scheme, 3 attack. He cannot take damage while a Foom card is in play. So basically what that means is we need to kill his neck, his torso, and his legs before we can actually kill him. He's got the little asterisk next to his scheme and attack. He gets +2 scheme and +2 attack when there are 3 face-down cards under him. Okay, so that will come into play because when we kill one of these other 3 cards, that card's going to slot underneath it. And so once we kill all the other 3, now we can kill him, but he also gets +2 scheme and +2 attack. Let's take a look at his neck. So his other, when he activates against you, only the head does. So this has 0 scheme, 0 attack. Or not even 0, it's just the dash because you can't do it. So force response, after a character you control without the aerial trait, easy, I got aerial. Attacks Fin Fang Foom neck, spend a resource of any type. So I just don't even have to deal with that really. When we defeat the neck, each player may draw 2 cards, and then we place this under Fin Fang Foom. And that has 6 health. So we're going to track this the opposite way, just because each one's got its own health. Yeah, let's do it like this. 2, 4, or I guess we could do 5, 6. The head has 16, 10, 15, 16. Let's look at the torso. Same as the neck, cannot scheme or attack. Force response, after a character you control attacks Fin Fang Foom torso, you take 1 indirect damage. Once per round per player. When we defeat this, we deal 2 damage to an enemy. And each card acts as a separate enemy. So that's going to be great for air supremacy. This has 6 health. And then we got the legs. 6 health as well. Force response, after a character you control attacks Fin Fang Foom legs, place 1 threat on the main scheme. When we're defeated, we remove 2 threat from a scheme. Okay. Alright, I don't think I have another 5. So he's just getting a 2, a 4, whoa, and a 6. Alright. So no health dials here. And we need to set our health dial to 10. Yeah, so because these are each a different enemy, air supremacy, I get to do 3 damage to X enemies, where X is the amount of aerial characters I control. So if I had 4 aerial characters, I could go 3, 3, 3, 3. Which is awesome. And they're not attacks. It's not an attack. So none of these responses will trigger, which is wild. Yeah, that's gonna be strong. That's got to be the game plan here. Although we'll see, because last time that was the game plan, and I didn't play it once. I'm gonna start not saying my strategy before I play, and after I play, I will just say that yes, whatever I did was my strategy all along. All right, here we go. Final game of the day. Let's draw our opening 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Air supremacy just doesn't really help me right now. I do have a def focus. I definitely want to keep that. I think I'll keep the power of leadership as well. And I mean, I guess I could just play an air supremacy out the gate and just deal 3 damage. Yeah, let's keep those 3 and draw 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Definitely a setup turn here. I think I will go ahead and start with a Maria Hill. Draw a card. We got a Spark. I'm going to use team building for a deft focus. I'm going to flip up. Use a deft focus and an air supremacy for a Spark. And then I'm going to use the Spark for a Radiate to place 2 flame counters. Oh, actually. Hold on here. I use that for Maria. Okay, so this is what I got. I wonder if I just... Do I just do this? No. Yeah. I'm just going to spend 3 for Radiate, make Radiate 3. Place 2 flame counters on X enemies. So we're going to place 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. So they each take 2 damage. 2. This is down to 4. This is down to 4. Okay. And that is an attack, actually, so I think that's going to trigger all of these. I do have aerial, so that doesn't trigger. This one, I take 1 indirect damage. I'll take it. And this one, I place 1 threat in the main scheme. Then I'm going to attack this one for 2. And this only happens once per round per player, so this does not trigger the 1 threat again. And then I think Maria is going to take him down to 1 here. And that's it. I'm going to hold the spark. 4 and 5. That seemed good. Alright, so step 1 of the villain phase, we add 1, and then we heal 1 from each Foom card. Now this is not a Foom card, just the other 3 cards. So we heal 1 here, and these both go to 5. And because no healing was prevented, no extra threat gets added to the main scheme. Now he's going to attack us. We're going to block with Maria. He attacks for 3 plus 1, 4. And our encounter card is a collapsing building. This is an obligation. It has 2 collapse counters on it. It says forced response. After step 1 of the villain phase, I take 1 indirect damage for each collapse counter here. But as a hero action, I can discard a card from my hand and remove 1. Okay. So this just comes in, has 2 collapse counters. So I can just pitch 2 cards and just get rid of it. Which I think I will do. Yeah. Or yeah, let's just get rid of that. I'm going to discard 2 cards, get rid of this. And then I'm going to play a spark. I'm going to use the spark to place 1 flame counter here, which will bring this down to 4. And then Johnny is going to kill the legs. And this says after I attack him. Now this is a response, so I don't know if it happens because he's dead, but I'm going to do it anyways. No, actually, I don't know, so I'm going to do it. So he is dead, and it says when defeated, I remove 2 threat from a scheme, and then we place this underneath Fang Foom. Alright, 1 down. 3 to go. Ready up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 goes on the main scheme. Each of these heals by 1. This was at 4. This goes up to 5. That one's at 6. No extra threat. He attacks. I'm just going to take it. 3 plus 2. I'm down to 4. Counter card. Endangered bystanders. Uses 2 bystander counters. Forced response after step 1 of the villain phase. Place 1 threat in the main scheme for each bystander. Interrupt when a character you control with thwart or attack. Remove 1 bystander counter from here instead. Okay, so this blocks my next 2 thwarts or attacks. Gross. Okay, well let's just get rid of that then. So we're gonna spend 2 for Squirrel Girl. Oh wow, Squirrel Girl's really good for this thing too, and I didn't even think about it. So after she enters play, I deal 1 damage to each enemy. So 1. This goes down to 4. Just kidding, I planned that. Good deck building me. That's not an attack, it's just a response. Then I will thwart. You know, I don't know. I don't think I take a consequential. Because this says when a character you control would thwart or attack. So I think I exhaust the thwart. I just remove this instead. I will exhaust to thwart and remove this instead. And then I'm going to have to flip down here. So let's... I don't have much else to do. Do I just play Inspired on Squirrel Girl? That seems weird, but I'm going to do it. Squirrel Girl is Inspired. And then I will use a Spark to place a final flame counter here, which brings us down to 4. Then I'm going to flip down. And ready up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1 on the main scheme. These each heal by 1, so they're both at 5 now. He schemes for 1 plus 0. And our encounter card is Googum. The Googum bottom. Googum can't take damage. When this minion enters play, we search the deck and discard pile for regular Googum, not his bottom. Googum. Here he is. There's that pretty pink boy. Alright, let's take a look at Googum. Googum. He's a 2, 3, 4 health elite monster. Force Interrupt when this minion... So it's the same Force Interrupt. But basically there are two... The minions are double cards. And they both search for each other when they come into play. And when we defeat him, we get to remove him from play. But the catch is we can't defeat him until we kill his bottom. So really he's got 8 health. Let's do it like... Let's make him look like a thing. There he is. There's our boy. So we need to do 8 damage to him. And he has a 2 scheme, 3 attack. Okay. Okay, back to us. I'm going to start with... Man, that is not great. What do I do here? I think I need to recover... Oh, do I recover or do I just flip up and deal some damage? I got Squirrel Girl. I might just play the thing here. Let's just flip up. It's a little risky, but I'm gonna do it. I'm going to or do I play a Spark? No, Flyby. No. I think I played the thing. Yeah, let's just play the thing. Comes in with tough. Human Torch is going to attack the neck. Bring it down to 3. Squirrel Girl is going to thwart for 2. I think that's... Oh, and then Spark, we are going to put 1 on Googum, so it takes the damage. Or the Googum bottom. Okay. It's ready up. I'm going to hold the other Spark. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, yeah. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place 1 on the main scheme. These each heal by 1. He's going to attack me. The thing is going to block. He did 3 damage. Tough comes off and he readies. He will then defend against Googum. Take 3 more damage. Or 3 damage. And our encounter card is Mass Destruction. When revealed, discard the upgrade or support you control at the highest cost. Alright, Spark is gone. Take indirect damage equal to this card's cost. And then, so I need to take 2 indirect damage. I'll give 1 to the thing and I'll take 1 myself. Then if there are 3 face down cards under Fang, Foom, discard another upgrade or support. There are not 3 cards. Okay. I'm hurting here a little bit. Big boy doing some damage here. Alright, I'm going to start with an Internal Combustion. Pop the Internal Combustion. Draw 3. Okay. Then I am going to spend 2 for a Spark. 1 for an Endurance. Go up to 6. I'm going to play Radiate, and I will use the Spark and Yondu for that. So that's 2, so I get to place 2 flame counters on... Oh, and you know what I didn't do? Oh no, I didn't attack the torso last turn. Okay. I am attacking 2 flame counters onto X enemies. That's 2. We're going to place 2 onto the Googum bottom. so he's down to 1 health. And we're going to place 2 onto the torso. So he takes 2. Because that's an attack on him, I do have to take 1 indirect damage. And then I will... excuse me. What do I do here? Do I just kill this bottom, or do I... No, I already triggered this, so let's just trigger it again. And let's... I think I have to leave Squirrel Girl for a chump. And then another chump here. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 on the main scheme. A heal. And a heal. An attack against the thing for 3, 4. And then Googum attacks. Squirrel Girl will block it. Please don't be a gang up. Limb that shatters mountains. Attached to Fin Fang Foom torso. Okay. After a character you control attacks Fin Fang Foom torso, discard and upgrade or support you control. Once per round. Gross. Man, I need to touch up on my rules. It's been a while. I can't remember if that will have... Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Because if I attack them and kill it, and that immediately discards, I don't think that would happen. No, I don't know. I'm just gonna play that it would, because I don't wanna cheat. Okay. What doth I do? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to spend a make the call and pay 2 for Squirrel Girl. She'll do a damage to each enemy. 1, 2, Googum Bottom. Bye bye, Googum Bottom. And when this is defeated, we remove it from the game. How can I get rid of that? I will exhaust this to place 1 fire counter here, and he takes a damage. I'm going to play a ready for action. Actually, before I play ready for action, I'm going to use Squirrel Girl. I'll deal 1 to Googum. Then I'll play ready for action, give her a tough. Human Torch is going to hit the top for 2. We're ready up. I might need to flip. Oh man, I gotta kill Googum before I flip. Extra encounter card. These elite monsters or the minions are scary. Scary. There we go. It's getting a little off screen here. I need to figure out a way to... Oh, I know what will do it. Aerial Supremacy. I want to kill that without attacking it because I don't want to lose another upgrade or support. And he's already got the 3 fire counters, so I can't put another one. Maybe I'll draw Internal Combustion. A very small chance of that. I did not get it. Did draw an Air Supremacy, though. Alright, here we go. 1. These each heal. For 1. He attacks. Squirrel Girl. 3. Plus a boost effect. Put you in his pants. Put the side scheme into play. Force to interrupt when the villain phase begins. The first player must choose to either discard an upgrade or support the control or confuse their identity and take 2 damage. Ugh. Dirty. Some nasty pants. Okay. That knocks off the tough. Googum hits me for 3. Uh-oh. 2 cards here. First one's a collapsing building, which we've seen. I have to discard cards to get rid of it. And then in advance, he schemes for 1 plus 1. So we're at 5. We're at 7 now. Out of 11. Oof. This is not good here. Not good. What the heck do I do? I might have to just kill Googum and flip. Man. This is nasty. I don't like my hand either. I mean, I could play Falcon. Oh, maybe I play Falcon. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. He can get rid of this. Okay, yeah. Power of leadership. Band together. And then make the call for Falcon. Which lets me look at the top 3 cards in the encounter deck. Get a little information. So the top card is a Monstrum Bottom, which is 1 boost. Next one is my Obligation, which is 1 boost. And next one is Snack for the Road, which is 2 boosts. So 4 total boosts. I can remove 4 threat from a scheme. Alright, 4 threat from this scheme. Then we put these back. So that means if he schemes, he's going to scheme for +1, which is not bad. And then I will get my flame off. Okay. That's not bad either. Okay, let's put these back. Because now I'm going to Spark, give him a counter, which he takes a damage. We'll use Falcon to get rid of Put You in His Pants. Human Torch will kill Googum. Remove from the game. We are going to... Ooh, do I hang on to... We've got Aerial. Do I hang on to Air Supremacy? Or do I get rid of one of these? Tough. Because I'm going to have to take 2 indirect damage if I leave that there. Nah, I got to get rid of one. Alright, then I'm going to flip down. Ready up. I got 2 more of those anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not in my hand, but in my deck. Okay, step 1. So 2 force responses. This will heal 1. This will heal 1. And I take 1 indirect damage for this collapsed building. Falcon will take it. He's going to scheme for 1 plus 1, which we knew. 2. And then we get our Obligation. So I flip to Alter Ego, which I'm already in. I remove all flame counters. So I remove 6, which is enough to discard this from play. And now it is back to me. Okay. Okay, well, what do? I think I have to heal. Like I must. I must. I will flip up. Oh man, some good options here. I'm gonna play another Spark. I'm going to Squirrel Girl is going to thwart for 1 and die. Then we're going to make the call for Squirrel Girl. She'll come back in. Deal 1 damage to each enemy. And then we're going to double Spark onto the torso. So we'll take 2 damage and die. This is gone. I think I used her to thwart, didn't I? Oh no, I used her to thwart and die, so now she can go again. But yeah, she's gonna thwart. And then she's gonna jump. Okay. We're doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 on the main scheme. This heals for 1. He attacks. Oh, actually, before that, I take 1 indirect damage. I will take it. Squirrel Girl is going to block. for 5. Thank you, Squirrel Girl. And our encounter card is Mass Destruction, which we've seen. I gotta discard the upgrade or support, highest cost, take indirect damage. Since there are not 3 cards under that, it does not. I don't have to discard another one, but that still hurts. It hurts. Okay. I'm going to use a spark to place a flame counter here. Then I'm going to use oh man. If I do that, he will be very strong. I think I will use ready for action for Radiate. Place 2 attack counters on an enemy. Takes 2 more. I think I need to thwart and flip down. But I'm going to do Power of Leadership to play Rapid Response. Thwart for 2 with Falcon. Oops. He will die. We'll trigger Rapid Response. We will discard it and put it into play and deal 1 damage to it. And after he enters play, I get to look at the top 3. See how much he's going to thwart for. This is a 2, a 0, and a 1. So basically, this is going to surge. Well, let's do this first. I get to remove 3 threat. That's great. So this, he's going to thwart for 3. And then this will surge because the legs are going to play into a caught off guard. So I'm going to lose my other spark because I can't lose my endurance here. That's okay, though. That's not that bad for a villain turn. Because now I am going to flip down and heal for 2. Oh, sorry. Before I flip down, I am going to use... I will discard a card. Ooh, do I? No. I will hold this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, sorry. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. 1 on the main scheme. This heals. He schemes for 1 plus 2 is 3. Then our encounter card. Attached to his legs, if we cannot gain surge into a caught off guard, we will lose our spark and it is back to us. I think I am going to play. I'm going to. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna spend 2 for Johnny's Workshop. I'm going to heal for 2. Then I'm going to spend 1 for Radiate. And this is, I'm going to use the bottom action. This is the first time, so I'll put it back up. Action, remove all flame counters from X enemies. I'm just going to remove it from 1. So I remove 3 flame counters. Then I change my form, so I will change to Human Torch, which triggers the Johnny's Workshop. After I change to Human Torch, ready a fire card. And then I heal 1 damage for each flame counter removed this way. So I will heal 3 up to 8. Like that, alright. And then, I think it's time I kill the neck. So the neck is dead. When defeated... Oh, you know what? I didn't get the effect for defeating this thing. I could have put 2 damage on an enemy. Rip. That's okay. I messed up. But, when defeated, each player may draw 2 cards. I will. Okay. And now he can take damage, but he also is now a 3-5. 3 scheme 5 attack. So Falcon's going to hit him for 2. So he's down to 14. I am going to... I'll use the collapsing building and discard a card. Get rid of that. And I still have my free flip if I want. I don't know if I do. I could get 1 more big turn. Maybe I do. Yeah, I think I will. I'm going to flip down, draw a card, and I will play downtime. I'm going to hold on to Air Supremacy. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, hope this was not a mistake. 5. Schemes for 3 plus 0. So we're at 8. Don't pull in advance. Don't pull in advance. Getting up surges into Van Doom bottom, so we gotta go get Van Doom. There he is. Shuffle this. So same thing. I don't think any of these minions have like abilities or anything. They just are the big boys. That looks pretty cool. Alright. Okay. Back to me. Lots of things I want to do. But first I will exhaust to search the top 4 for a fire card. I got Blazing Days or Radiate. I will take the Radiate. I really want to play Captain Marvel, but I don't think it's the play here. Actually, it could be the play here. No, it's not the play here. I'm going to spend 2 for Maria Hill. Flip up, which lets me ready. Oh, man. I think I will spend 2 for an Air Supremacy. So I get to choose up to, hey, I'm doing it, guys. I'm playing Air Supremacy. Choose up to X enemies where X is equal to the number of aerial characters I control. I control 2. Deal 3 damage to each chosen enemy. So that's going to take out that bottom and bring Fang Foom down to 11. Okay. Now I'm going to spend 1 for Radiate and put 2 flame counters. So Fang Foom is down to 9. Maria is going to thwart for 2. Human Torch is going to knock Fang Foom for 2. And I'm going to leave Falcon to block here. Or maybe just stay alive for next round. We'll see what my hand looks like. 4 and 5. I do have a Nova Flame. It will not be enough to kill him, though. Oh, wait, he only has 7? Oh, yeah, it will be. Okay, alright. Let's put 1 on the main scheme. He's going to attack for 5. Maria's going to block. 5, 6. Maria is dead. Now I need to... Yeah, I think Falcon's going to take the 4 from Van Doom. And our encounter card is Back That Scrapes the Sun. The neck is not in play, so it's going to surge into Monsters Unleashed. Each monster minion gains guard. No! Guard and Quick Strike. And then it gets 4th red on there. Oh. Could have won this turn. Could have won this turn. Ah. That's okay. I can still get rid of Van Doom. Bummer. And that's really my only play. Or I could get rid of... That's not going to help, though. Bummer. Well, okay. I'm going to have to exhaust anyways. Alright, well, let's just do it. Nova Flame. Exhaust Human Torch. Deal 6 damage to an enemy. Alright, get out of here. Get out of here, you chump. Then place up to 3 flame counters and then he's dead. He's dead. Okay. So I pretty much can't flip down. I just gotta hope, because I'm going to get an extra encounter card. I just gotta hope he doesn't draw an assault or something. Or another minion. Because they have Quick Strike. Ooh. Ah. It's not looking good. It is not looking good. That 1 card, man, that is brutal. Man, that stinks. Actually, you know what? While I'm shuffling, I do need to check. Is that an attack? Because if it's not attack, then guard doesn't matter. It is. It's an attack. Sag. Sag. Okay. Okay. I believe it. I believe we can get it. I've got a ton of confidence in my voice. I'm sure you believe me as well. That we are definitely 100%, no doubt in my mind, going to give Fang Foom that booty smack. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Ugh, it's not looking good. Okay. Man, that's not looking good. 2 on the main scheme. He's attacking for a lot. That's going to deck that out. Just gets an acceleration. Alright, I need to decide. He's hitting for 5. I don't think I can... If I defend, I'll take 2 less, but that's not really going to do anything. But I also can't win next turn. So... I guess it doesn't matter if I flip. I guess I want to retain my health as much as I can. I don't need... But I can't flip down. Erg. Erg. Man. I just gotta take it. 5. Alright, 5. Here we go. Put you in my pants. Okay, that doesn't affect me till next turn. And collateral damage. This says, discard cards from the encounter deck until you discard a heroic deed obligation. Reveal that deed. Holy side schemes. Here we go. Endangered bystanders. I was going to put throw on the scheme. Man, I can't do 7 damage. I can do 2. I can do 4, 5, 6. I can do 6 damage. Oh man, that stinks. I don't think I can do it. I'm trying to find a way that I can do it. Because I can deal 4 damage, and then I could stun him, but I can't stun him because he has to have 3 counters on it to stun him. So I can't get another counter on him to do that. So that's only 6 damage, because that's 4, 5, 6. I have a spark, that's not helping me at all. I mean, I could play spark, put a thing on him, then play radiate to give me a free flip down and draw and heal 3. But this is going to go up by 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I mean, I'm going to lose this turn anyways. Frick, man. Frick. I think I just, I don't know. I just got to play this radiate and pray. Alright, so I'm going to radiate, do the free flip, heal 2, remove 2, and that lets me draw a card. Nope. Or, I guess I could... is there a fire card? Nova Flame does 6. Oh, but then I can put 3 counters. Alright, yeah. Let's search the top 4. Come on, baby. No, no, no! Oh my gosh. Okay, so if that doesn't hit anything, he just readies. That would have worked, actually. Dang it. I'm so close. I'm going to lose by 1. That stinks. So, yeah, that's what I was going to do. So I'm going to flip up, hit him for 2, spin 3, and hit him for 4. Down to 1. And then villain phase would start, and he would threat out. I tried. I couldn't get it done. None. I mean, the real answer is that there was not enough air supremacy. I used it once, though. And it was not a maximum efficiency kind of turn, but at least in 2 whole games, I played the card that I wanted to play once. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Sorry I couldn't get the double dub, but it was a lot of fun. I really like Fang Foom. Honestly, these 2 games have been the best that Human Torch has felt for me. So I don't know if I'm just getting more used to his kit, or just standard. Like standard for Human Torch feels like expert for other characters. He just has a very slow economy, to where if you don't get the right cards, the first 2 turns, he can struggle really hard, I think. And maybe that's just me not being a great deck builder or something like that, but I've just personally struggled with him in true solo a little bit. But these 2 games felt great in standard, so I had a lot of fun. Prowler's great. Fang Foom is great. We got customs on customs on customs on customs. But yeah, I appreciate you watching, and let me know if there's a hero or villain that you want to see next. All right. Peace!